All right, so we are on our way down to the second of 3 community guest meet and greets.
Yep. Anybody else behind you?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So, vlogging or
Yep.
streaming?
Vlogging.
Nice. I was going to, but my camera died.
That sucks.
Yeah, just the way it is.
Yeah.
Follow somebody stopped me on Twitch. Yeah. But no, just the purple guy, but I got
Going up.
Yeah.
I feel like, man, once it gets like 5:30 and then 6 o'clock, I feel like things are really gonna pick up.
It starts to wind down for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start preparing for like the rave and the main
Exactly.
hall.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that. Me being up there for the last couple hours was kind of like, if you want to relax, man, today, this is the time to do it.
Yep. Yeah, because you're not going to get any other time to do it.
Because once you go out of the hotel room, you ain't coming back.
You're coming back, yep.
I may go back after the, in between a couple of panels and just grab Brayburn to have him around me for the night. Otherwise, I don't see myself staying up there for a while until after midnight. Because 10 o'clock is the Jackbox thing, and for a lot of us, that
that's right. I forgot about that.
I'm already tired. Like, this is my first time. I would have to get used to it.
I think that's one thing I've really noticed, especially for us that have been doing this for years. It's like a few years ago, it's like you can keep going, and now it's like, God, man, I need a break.
For me, it's just I've been already 5 times already to Galacon.
Yeah. Oh man, I would love to go there someday.
Galacon is basically the head of the Euro conventions, basically.
Basically,
You're
the
gonna
BronyCon
Of Europe.
Of Europe.
Yeah.
I've heard
Europe,
nothing but good things about Galacon.
The main stage is twice as bigger than from BronyCon, actually, where the opening ceremony was.
I've seen the pictures.
Nice.
And, it is
And the greatest thing is they already have seats for everyone.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about capping a room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like we've had to do
At
so here in the States.
BronyCon, at BronyCon, there were so many capped rooms because they used half of the convention center instead of the entire thing.
And
because they
always-
had a Rubik's Cube tournament.
For a
Honest to
tiny
God,
Rubik's Cube.
It was a situation in which they did not expect to have 10,000 people.
BronyCon really dropped the ball on
Yeah.
on their.
Yeah, because that could have been done at a hotel. Let's be perfectly
They could,
clear.
they could have been done at the Hilton.
Yeah.
They could have used some of the Hilton space for that. I mean, but no, they had to use the convention center.
Yeah, still hard to believe it's been already.
And they were under contract to use the convention center too, but it just felt like they could have used more of it. Like they almost used
there
as
was no
much
space for anyone.
that last BronyCon
There was
as Orioles Fan Fest.
I mean, they used. I mean, I'm pretty sure they used the whole entire convention. They used the entire convention in 2015 when they had the other time when they had like 10,000 people come.
Yeah. It's been hard to believe it's been already 2.5 years already.
I know.
And like, you cannot fit 10,000 people into half the space.
Right. I mean, think about it. I go to races where there's 100,000 people, and it feels less cramped than how BronyCon.
Yeah, but think about it, 10,000 people. That hasn't happened since 2014.
Yeah.
15.
50. No, I think it was 2014.
No, 2015.
I mean, either way,
was the only
it was
other time.
regardless.
2015 was the only other time in which we broke 10,000 people.
Yeah.
And I would know because
You were there.
because I've been to all of them
Right.
that were in Baltimore.
And I live 20 minutes away from Baltimore, so.
It's still a miracle that this is still happening.
Yeah,
I know. I'm so happy that it's still happening.
At least the most important cons.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I always tell people is like, for these cons compared to like any other con, no disrespect to other fandoms, it's just a different feel for these pony
It is.
conventions.
It's
different.
I mean, at anime conventions, you don't have this kind of closeness because
no, you don't.
because the general like attention is like anime and just like animation in general.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have like fans of like one show and come across with fans who aren't a fan of that show. So it's not as close.
Right, exactly.
So it's kind of hard to like interact with people a little more. I found that when I've been to KatsuCon, which has like 15,000 people there yearly, and climbing.
Yeah, and also there's still also new pony conventions happening each year.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's PonyCon Holland. Yeah.
Just because a convention has 15,000 people does not immediately make that a good convention.
No.
It's the people that come to it.
No, that's the high attendance is the reason why I stopped going to KatsuCon. It's one of the many reasons why I never went to
My
Otakon.
wife stopped going to KatsuCon because it's just you can't get any spot for cosplay pictures. It's so ridiculously cramped. Half the crowd are like teenagers.
And it's one of two reasons why I never went to Otakon. The other reason being is that we were just coming off the heels of BronyCon. So like because when Otakon was at the Baltimore Convention Center, it would happen like in 2 weeks back to back. So I couldn't do that. And then when Otakon moved into DC, it moved to DC. In 2017, they overlapped the same weekend, so you had people choosing one or the other, and that was very impractical.
Right, like the DC region is like one of the biggest hubs for anime conventions in the world. You can't do that.
Yeah, because it has Katsu, it has MagFest, and now it has Otakon.
Right.
True.
I know for my wife at least, she gets all her cosplay pictures at MagFest because at MagFest you don't have to deal with those huge crowds going to like the gazebo, for example.
Everyone wants to go to the gazebo at Katsu. Everyone. Everyone.
All right, but talk to you later, man.
Okay, man. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, later.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, you just can't. I mean, it's impossible, and I'm not to just get a picture. It's impossible to move around at all at Katsu.
Right.
That's why I stopped going to it, because you can't move around.
And they also had the problem a few years ago where it kind of became LobbyCon, and half the people that show up didn't even have a badge. And that exacerbated all the issues.
Weren't even doing anything. So I mean, like, why go if you're not going to go to anything?
Right. I mean, especially if it's like you're going to show up just for the room parties and you don't have to have a badge. That's a problem.
That's a very big problem. Also, KatsuCon was a maze. I mean, you had like so many different rooms, and I mean, it was just hard to like find like what the right room was. I mean, there were that many rooms. It was that big of a facility.
Right,
and
like compared to here, like this was my first time here at BABSCon. I learned the layout basically within 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Simple.
I mean, well,
I like simplicity when it comes to layouts for conventions.
Yeah, and it's smaller too. It's a lot smaller.
Yeah, I mean for Babs, it's very navigational because mostly everything is down here.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then
the only thing that's not really down here are the room parties, and that's it.
Yeah.
But then you go like to Everfree, and now they have like
it's 538. Are they upstairs?
No,
it's supposed to be down here. It usually is down here.
Huh.
That's still early.
There. It's weird.
Oh. I don't know.
Want to pop upstairs quickly just in case? Because it's
sure.
No, they
8
said
minutes
it was,
ago. Yeah.
They basically said it was the lobby, so.
Then this is the lobby,
This
technically.
is the lobby.
I mean,
I don't see anybody else.
I mean, that up there and this down here is the lobby.
I know it's not over there because that's where check-in is.
That's
we
what
need to make a generis pony.
Oh God.
We gotta make a generis OC.
Yeah.
These are the memes I come up with during a convention.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, I don't remember what year of BronyCon it was. We shared the con space with like a lawnmower convention.
What?
I think it was 2016. I want to say it was 2016.
I don't remember that.
Where we shared that con space with a lawnmower convention.
I don't remember that.
What is this, King of the Hill?
Yeah. I don't dang, man. I see all these ponies, man. I just want to be pushing my lawnmower, man. That dang gone.
Okay. Oh, here's Dusty.
There's Dusty. Finally, somebody else.
Someone of note showed up.
I was ready to say, like, are we in the wrong spot?
I was getting lonely down here.
How's it going, partner?
Long day yesterday.
Hey, Dusty.
Dusty Cat, Rush Chairman, damn glad to meet you. Dusty Cat, Rush Chairman, damn glad to meet you. Dusty Cat, Rush Chairman, damn glad to meet you.
It's less people.
Dusty Cat, Rush Chairman, damn glad to meet you.
Less people than yesterday.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Was there more people yesterday? Was there more?
Yes, there was. Yes, there
Yeah,
was.
I don't know. I guess other people had plans.
Well, other people have panels and stuff that they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, that's up in
Yeah.
Juka's joint.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
5 seconds.
Oh, there we go.
I'm going to the
What?
convention.
Fred, that was a yellow. That was a yellow. I'm telling you, that was a yellow. That was a yellow. I'm telling you.
There we go again.
Oh, that's gonna be 8 months on the knee. Oh my God.
Come on.
Hey, red card. Be glad that's not Earl Weaver.
You hit me again, I'll knock you right in the nose. Okay, that's a different sport. That's a different sport, and I wish I had actually brought my umpire with me. No, I'm planning on bringing that to Winnie City, though.
It wouldn't be a con if I didn't get a red card.
Right.
Dusty, remember BronyCon 2014 when we got that first picture of you doing that?
With me kicking. Yeah, I'm like this. I'm in the middle of kicking the guy doing this, and he's like holding red cards. I'm not doing anything.
Right.
And then you did it again in 2019.
Yeah. You know, if I do bring my umpire cosplay to Evergreen or Liz, I might just ship like most of my equipment there, like in a box. Just send it, like just FedEx it right to the hotel and have them hold it for me until I get there. So I'm not stuffing that stuff in like a third bag. I don't want to bring a third bag because that's going to cost me another $150 if I take American.
Yeah.
It's going to cost me $220 if I check bags.
Just to frickin' get there.
Just checking 2 bags cost me $70.
And this is why I use Southwest Airlines.
Well, the reason why I don't use why I don't use Southwest Airlines is because their rates have skyrocketed, like over the past couple years. I mean,
Oh, you're gonna need that.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how much it's going to cost to go back to Baltimore.
I mean,
I actually have a very
yeah.
low tolerance, so I probably will
I mean,
not put a huge amount.
But that's actually not a bad idea. Just have your stuff like
already there, and then you print a return label.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. That's not a bad idea at all. It's cheaper than...
I did that for Everfree in 2019.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. The reason why I did that is because I was actually flying directly from North Carolina because I was on a
That's right.
I was on a family trip, and I didn't want to be bringing all this stuff with me while I was there. So, I mean, my parents just asked me, why don't you just mail it? Why don't you just send it through FedEx and just send it right to the hotel?
Right.
And they can hold it for you until you get there, and then when it's time to go home, you can just give it right to the receptionist,
Right.
so it can be sent back home. Y'all just learned something new today.
No,
you can send, you can mail.
I just now learned an interesting concept right
Like,
there.
I know for me, I'm not sure when I would use it, but maybe if my wife goes to like an anime convention that's like well outside the area, that may actually come in handy.
Yeah, because it certainly helped me then because it saved me the trouble of having to bring all that stuff with me down to North Carolina.
Yeah.
So I just had to worry about one bag, and
Makes your life a hell of a lot easier.
yeah, it did. So yeah.
I'm gonna have to keep that in mind in the future. Like, I know for me personally, I don't know when I would personally use that, but if that situation ever comes up, I'll remember that.
Yeah. I would only use it if I had like a ton of equipment with me that would not fit in any of my checked bags.
So how many red cards have you actually have given out during professional play?
None.
Really?
I haven't given
Not
out
a single one?
I haven't given out any cards at all.
Wow.
Actually.
I am shocked by that.
Well, I mean, most of what I do is youth, so it would be kind of harsh to do that.
Yeah, that's fair. It has to be like severely egregious.
Yeah.
You're forgetting free alcohol.
It's funny because you've given out more red cards at opponent
At conventions, yeah.
than at sporting events.
Something that you never thought would happen, but yet here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Yep, that's right.
I don't know when to.
Race Bass, Saber.
We realize
guys.
we have a much more stacked night than we did. Hey,
buddy, how's it going? Give me a hug. Oh, I'm so glad to see you again, buddy.
Two NASCAR
Good to
fans.
see you healthy, man.
I had to call you out when you were sneaking into our
No,
channel.
that was awesome, dude.
I am busy, Moonbow.
You are.
I
You
made
very
it
much
myself.
are. You made this yourself?
Yeah.
Excellent work.
How's everything been for you, bud?
It's been very good. You know, despite everything going on, it's you know, I feel like a lot of things have persevered and made it through.
Mm-hmm.
Still doing the racing stuff.
Yeah.
All that's been going really well.
Are you racing best?
Oh, man.
A lot of people call me race worst, and
Didn't they? Weren't you called that when you went to Germany when you had bratwurst?
I believe I was, yes.
AC Race Wurst.
I was like, indeed, delicious. Yeah.
No, I always still try to make sure to check you guys out, especially what you guys do on the West Coast.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, obviously we know each other for like podies and stuff, but it's
Right.
like also the short track stuff.
That's true. So I'm gonna vlog.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we need to discuss something important.
Okay.
Because I'm with someone who I still know as Gadge fan 48. Don't forget the number.
We still love Chippendale Rescue
That is
Rangers.
right. And there is a new movie that is coming out.
It is going to be so cool. The fact that ponies are in it too, I cannot wait for this. This is something that we've been waiting for years and years
Right.
and years. It's like you can only watch the same 65 episodes for a while, but to now finally have new content in 2022, I cannot wait for this.
It's wild. It's wild. Now you're in the list of I'm looking forward to it. You've seen the trailer?
I have seen the trailer.
It's wild.
It is so crazy, and I cannot wait to watch it. Not just myself, but also with friends as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really cool movie to watch, and it's going to be
Yeah.
a throwback too, because Chippendale Rescue Rangers and Tailspin, like these are the shows I truly grew up with. Like I still got like some of the planes from Tailspin. You know, it's something I still truly enjoy, and it's like a throwback.
Absolutely. And I'm with you. It looks like it's gonna be nuts, wild, crazy.
But that's how we love it, you know?
Yeah. It's like they could.
We want to see Monty go over some cheese. We want to see Zipper be cool.
Jeez.
We want to see Gadget be awesome.
Yep. Yes, we do.
And we want to see Chippendale just have that really crazy brotherly relationship.
Now, will you be able to get over the voices? That is the biggest question, I feel.
That's the $1 million question.
You know,
$1 million question.
you know, it's something that everyone has brought up to this point, but as long as the movie itself is good, then I don't think that's going to be as big of a deal for me as it is for some other people.
I think I need to get 2 minutes into the movie, and I'll get over it.
Exactly. Once we're starting to actually watch the movie itself, then that's going to be an afterthought.
That's right. That's right.
What if they're doing the same thing Hasbro is doing? This is a platform.
Yeah,
They're
it could
lifting
be. It could very well be.
We never know.
Because they saw the success of DuckTales, and they're like, oh my gosh, these people still love this, so they're going to try this now with Rescue Rangers, and if this works, then guess what? Tailspin is going to come back too.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is probably like a pilot for other things because DuckTales was so good for them.
You never know. You
Exactly.
don't know what will come from
Exactly.
it. But,
Either way, I'm excited.
good. I'm glad. See, I like that positivity. I'm looking forward to it.
And I like you.
Oh, yeah. Listen, it only took Mickey to buy the ponies to put them in something for Disney.
Do it right this time, not the last
They're
one.
like, they're gonna bring us.
No, that
everyone Tim was like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "What happened?" And then I saw the trailer. I'm like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just saying that because I'm here, aren't you? You hesitated. You hesitated.
You know what, Race Best? This is an opportunity for you to give Red Card a red card.
Where are these at?
Don't give him any ideas.
Where are these at, Mr. GoPro? Man, where are these at?
Give it to him.
I've already been red carded. Technically, I should be off the premises, I think, but didn't even get a yellow. I went whoop,
Right, just straight up to the get out of here. You're out of here.
out of here.
I'm Michael Jordan.
Yeah, we're at the meet and greet down here. They're having it down here at the lobby. Woo! What is this?
I thought this was soup.
Don't give him ideas.
Well, why isn't it SoupCon?
Because I'm still finding clothes at soup.
This
I think
joke
it is
so
SoupCon. I think
old.
you're right. Yes.
This joke is so old.
I'm doing this interview. I want to hear about soup.
All these bloggers, what's happening? It's so simple.
We might as well call this VloggerCon now.
There's more people. There's more people with cameras. Oh my God.
He's vlogging from his freaking stomach. He's vlogging from his
He's vlogging.
Here at BABSCon 2020. I'm here at BABSCon.
What happened to the fandom? Oh no! I've been stripped.
Wait,
Oh my God.
At least 10 times this can.
Meanwhile, Sabers on the side like
We're also at least 10 times this can.
No.
Either bad or something wrong.
What just happened?
Well, you're here, which means I'm screaming on the inside. Okay. Yes.
Oh my God.
Red card.
This is what happens when you've been away for 2 years.
This could be really bad.
Be very careful with that.
What store are you in?
I'm at the soup store.
Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
Screw you!
Screw you!
Oh my. Hi.
You are so cute.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
That is a boxing promo if I've ever seen one. Pro boxing champions. Let's get this on Fox Sports, man. Let's go.
Oh, that is great.
Oh my God.
Da 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 da.
This is Sports Center.
Oh my God.
When the referee finally goes into the fight.
The referee has had enough.
Who's gonna be brave enough to ref that fight?
Yes.
Hey, he can.
Yes!
The soup man.
The soup man.
The soup man is going to ref it.
What are you guys watching?
Oh, you gotta see this. You gotta see this, man.
The what?
Corn.
This is why you stay away from Ohio. This is the entirety of Ohio right here.
You've been awesome for so long, dude.
So have you.
Oh, thank you.
I've always enjoyed your energy.
I have always enjoyed yours too. Seriously, you bring so much positivity everywhere you go, and it's been like that for years and years. Even before we both came into this, you know, we were on the Acorn Cafe. It's like, and I've known you now for like over 10 years, and it's crazy.
You've known me longer than anyone's known the show.
Exactly.
Well, except those that were pre-Gen 4. Because, yeah, we have legacy.
We do, man. We got Gadget and Chip and Dale and all of them.
Yeah.
But no, for real, man. Thank you, man. You've been awesome, and I swear to God, one of these days I'm gonna actually make a better effort to talk to you. Instead of being like,
You are right now. You are right now.
it's like I'm tired from work. And it's
No,
no, screw this. Hey, Racemas, how you doing?
I get it, though. I get it. I'm sure everyone goes through this where it's like, like that's why I love these conventions though, is because
we are actually able to catch up.
Right. You have those moments where you go, okay, cool. Like now's that opportunity to see that person where you're like, we're always friendly, but it's just not realistic to be like, I'm going to contact every single person I want to talk to.
And I wish so hard to do that, you know, and it's just, you only have so many hours in a day, and a lot of that day is you're focused on work. You know, I spend like 9-10 hours a day at work, you know, as a manager, so it's like you come home and you're mentally just done. It's like the only person I see is my wife, and it's like, there's my wife, and then I'm like, all right, time for us to go to bed. Like, I cannot begin to tell you how many countless nights we're just watching a YouTube video and then we both just fall asleep before 10 o'clock. And I'm like, I mean, think about it. When we first met, I didn't have any gray hair. So, oh my God.
You know, there's a lot of people I know that they said, until I met you, I didn't have any gray hair. Fair enough.
Okay, Michael, what? You want to know how long I've known Race Best for? This was the night of the MLP movie that came out.
Wow, so you two actually watched it together.
You went to the same...
Wow. This was my first time seeing Taylor, and the giveaway wasn't the shirt, it was the plushie. And I turned to Sarah, who probably took this picture, I would imagine, and I go, we're in good company. There's a brony here. Oh my God.
Because you know what? I did not know what else more to come up with at the time because I was still getting my feet wet in this fandom. So I was like, oh, that's AC Race Best. I've seen a few of his vlogs here and there.
Right. It was, it's
so that's how long it's been.
not to mention
2017. It's been 5 years almost.
Let's see. This was in October.
2017.
I knew, 2017, which I can't remember the date, but there was a convention coming up.
Equestria LA.
It was UTLA. And and I was like, you got to get to a convention. And look at this guy where he goes.
And now you're a community guest.
Well, okay, I guess I'll show up. Let's see how it goes. And I'd say, what happened?
I think it's going pretty swell for you, bud.
He's made it.
So I guess it worked out. You know. Glad you did it.
And again, that's all to you. You're the one that convinced me to go to a convention, and
you hear that, everybody? No, I'm very happy.
Let me guess, you're a Twilight Sparkle fan?
how'd you know?
Okay, Ember.
Was it the purple that gave it away?
Don't disrespect the Glimmer game.
To be fair, Ember could not tell the difference.
If Apple computers were to make a car, would it have windows?
Well, no.
I'm on your bad list now.
It would not have windows.
I just lost all the
It probably wouldn't have doors. There'd be no way to get in, no way to work on it. And the only way to fix it would be to replace it.
So it is now 7:22. We were just at the Horse Famous 18 After Dark panel. Our Horse Famous After Dark panel, not, you know what I mean. We're about to have food, but look at this sunset.
Ain't it pretty, folks?
What mountains are these? Or what, I'm sorry, what hills are these?
I don't remember. It's been a while, but if I had to guess.
And also, I just want to say, the San Andreas Fault is not very far away from here.
Oh, the everlasting San Andreas Fault that's still a fable tale amongst Californians.
It runs 800 miles north to south up the state of California. I mean, it's more visible like in like Southern California because it's desert, and you can actually see like the cracks in the earth. Here, not so much, but it is there. I actually think it runs underneath a lake, San Andreas Lake, I believe, from what I checked on the maps.
You're not far off.
It's one of the many reasons why you get earthquakes here in California.
Which is daily, mind you, but even though there are days you don't even feel them.
Yeah, I mean, some may be like as low as like 3.
Like a 3.2.
You can barely feel that, but one you can feel is like anything that's above a 5.
Oh yeah, then you're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So. Yeah, this and the reason why these mountains are forming is because I think one plate is pushing up against another, But the San Andreas Fault is a strike slip plate, if I remember correctly. I don't understand how geology works. It's really it's not something I studied when I was in school at all, really. But what I saw on like some documentaries, like for example, the Weather Channel's "It Could Happen Tomorrow," for example, like way back when they talked about like the earthquakes in California, for example, the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, it leveled the city. And also the Loma Prieta earthquake, the 1989 earthquake, which happened more famously during the 1989 World Series.
Coincidence?
I think not. I remember the broadcast, Al Michaels and Tim McCarver. Al Michaels is going, I think we're having an earthquake, and then the ABC broadcast just completely lost the signal. Those. And they happen frequently here, but a lot of them you just don't feel them. You just feel the bigger ones. But it's one of the things that absolutely terrifies me. I've absolutely, one of the reasons I do not want to move out to California, apart from the high real estate prices, high prices, everything, including the gas prices. But yeah, it's it is an issue here, and one of the things I was worried about when I went to Japan, but luckily that didn't happen. I actually shortly after I left Japan, a tremor hit, I think, Osaka when Aqua was performing one of their lives. The group from Love Live Sunshine. I mean, they were performing one of their concerts, I believe, and a earthquake, I can't remember how strong it was, hit the Osaka area, and and speaking of Osaka, not too far away is Kobe. Not too far away from Osaka, Kobe, which also suffered a pretty big earthquake in 1995. And you'd think that Japan would be ahead of the game when it comes to earthquake proofing their infrastructure, but Kobe is like one of those. I guess was one of those older neighborhoods that had like one of those had
buildings that not necessarily were up to code.
Were up to code, like they were, I guess, grandfathered in to like the code that there was at the time, and the traditional Japanese houses were just basically stilts with roofs on them, and those roofs were heavy. The earth moves underneath us. A lot of people don't have to actually learn. A lot of people learn that the hard way. If they don't know how an earthquake works, it's basically just two plates get stuck, and it just, and boom, bang goes the dynamite. But yeah, a lot of people have been predicting or have been saying that the big one, quote unquote, the big one is coming. And I mean, California has had pretty big earthquakes in like recent years, but I mean, I think most buildings here are up to code.
A lot of them are. So it wasn't long ago that infrastructure was updated. So after the San Fernando quake hit Southern California.
When was that?
1994. Remember? 94. Remember? Or
okay.
80, I don't remember. It was a 4 at the end of it. Sorry, folks. My California history is a little outdated at this moment, but no, a lot of infrastructure in at least Southern California is up to code in case a big one does in fact hit, but I seriously doubt that, and don't quote me on this, but they've been predicting a big earthquake for years. years, and everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it's going to happen on this date, or it's going to happen on that so and so."
You
date.
can't,
and you can't predict earthquakes.
No,
folks.
no, it's not like weather where you can see stuff on like radar or a satellite image. No, you can't predict that kind of stuff because, I mean, the only way you can really say that tell them that the one is coming is like, for example, the system that they have like out in Japan, is that they're able to detect like an earthquake has two waves, and I learned this from one of Richard Hammond's documentaries on the Shinkansen. It's called the documentary series is called Engineering Connections. Is that because Japan has earthquakes out there all the time, they have to be ready, like at a moment's notice, because again they can't predict earthquakes. So the only way they can tell an earthquake is coming is earthquake has two waves to it, a P wave or primary wave and an S wave. The primary wave is like the initial sort of is like the faster moving wave of energy from the epicenter of an earthquake. The S wave is the more destructive wave. That's why you get all the shaking. And Japan actually has equipment like seismometers that can detect P waves, seconds before the worst of an earthquake hits, and that's how they get the trains to stop. The bullet trains, the Shinkansens, because if you have those going at 200 miles an hour during an earthquake, you're in trouble.
Oh, you're going to be a goner.
Yeah.
At that speed.
Yeah. So when it detects an S wave and Shinkansen is in the area, the train it will send a signal to the Shinkansen to automatically stop, So, I mean, one of the many reasons why Japan is a lot better than the U.S. because they are more technologically advanced than we are, and I will stand firmly by that.
Yeah, we are still so far behind on infrastructure. It isn't even funny, folks.
I mean, they have high-speed rail. They are easily able to put high-speed rail in without any roadblocks. And we have politicians in this country deciding what we should and shouldn't have. But high-speed rail is one of the things that we definitely should have, and really the only place that we really have it at the present time is on the Northeast Corridor, in like from Washington to Boston. So I mean that's not a good track record. I mean, and the U.S. really, as far as punctuality goes, has never had a good track record when it comes to public transportation. Never. The reason for that is because they've really rather go the cost-cutting route of just having the rail companies share track, and a lot of areas you will have. I do apologize if I'm rambling on to the viewers of the vlog, but the main reasons why you have delays is because you have rail companies like Amtrak or CSX or Norfolk Southern, et cetera, sharing the rails. And in some areas there is only one set of track, and that's that's where you get bottlenecks. Of course, I think nowadays, more people are kind of getting behind the idea that high-speed rail is a good idea. I mean, Brightline in Florida is a thing that started up recently, and they are extending their rail. In fact, they're double tracking the FEC, Florida East Coast Main Line. Which they're double tracking that so it can be used by both, I guess, Florida East Coast CSX and Brightline. Brightline is passenger rail, CSX is and Florida East Coast are freight. So more traffic can move through without any bottleneck. So you can have freight bypasses for CSX and also for Brightline to use the regular service, and they're extending that from West Palm Beach to Orlando and then to Tampa. So that's going to be like Florida's first high-speed rail. And I would walk 500 miles. I would walk 500 more.
Are you going to the shrine looking like that? No, sorry. You guys just wait right here.
Underpants. Underpants.
Underpants.
So this thing that they win for winning the Low Life Regionals kind of reminds me of the NCAA tournament where the regions have like regional finals, and that's how you advance to the Final Four. So, yep, I love that.
So Ellie knows Omi and I would prefer it if you kept the name after we're gone. So you gotta.
Oh.
Ow.
Why?
No, Zomi, why do your boobs have to be so explosive? No,
So this is your vlogs after dark?
I originally saw something like that on YouTube. It's since been taken down, but it was originally the dialogue was originally the original Japanese dialogue, but I decided to recreate that a while back with but honestly, I think that having the Japanese dialogue was a bit funnier. But yeah, I just had to recreate that and just save that for on the cartoon night drive just so I can get a laugh out of it. Oh my god, that's.
It was so funny at the panel yesterday. I enjoyed it.
We decided to be our referee for all our panels.
Oh, really?
We're just gonna and be like,
that would be so fun.
Yes.
We need an official referee.
Yes.
Wait, are you?
Yes.
Yeah. Serious?
100% serious.
Oh my god.
Yes. You're gonna be our referee.
Of Simpery.
Yes.
Referee of Simpery. That's it. Red Card is now the referee of Simpery. As it should be. Yeah. Absolutely. I agree.
Red Card's gonna be our referee
of Simpery.
Yes! We're gonna have to get the Harmony Academy logo on the back.
We gotta get an official jersey.
Yeah.
We need a Harmony Academy jersey for you.
Or
patch.
Yeah, I should have Screws make see if he can make an official badge.
You should. We can send you the logo.
Yeah. I'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to see if we can do that. Yeah, because this is actually like an actual referees uniform. This is the real thing.
Right.
And I'm sort of obligated to wear it.
Absolutely.
Should we make him a hall monitor?
Yes.
Hall monitor for oh my god, a hall monitor for Harmony Academy. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
I love this. We have to get you a school uniform and everything.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get you a patch so we can just iron it. But also, I love it.
This is a great idea.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be so fun.
You don't know what you got yourself into.
I don't.
You're part of the show.
Oh god.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
We're gonna have to get you, what do we call it? Horny jail? Horny jail.
Horny jail.
Yeah, that's actually what we're gonna call it.
We're gonna get a big dunce hat and you're gonna be in charge of the dunce hat.
You just put it on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be horny jail.
So as hall monitor, would I still be able to use my card?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Keep your, what is it called? Your niche, your style, your pizzazz. Your brand. Your brand.
My brand.
Your brand. Stay true to your brand.
Stay true to your brand.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. I love it. As a princess, I declare.
I do declare.
I do declare. The Red Cloud is now our referee of Simpery. There you go.
So, yeah, I guess I'm the ref of Simpery now for step 2. Oh, Jesus. So I'm now at the Canada party hosted by Vancouver Pony Expo. Yeah, so getting a taste of Canada, eh? This is adorable. Look at this. Jesus.
I don't even know that. Oh, very cool. I like her. She's cool. Very, very neat. Very neat. Yeah, she's got the neatest designs, I think. Yeah. Cool.
They're so cute.
Enter here. It's close, not quite.
It's very Canadian in here.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is just standard Canadian fare in here, you know. This is how every room in Canada is dressed, is decorated like this. We just had this in our car. We weren't even planning this, just like we just carry around Canadian flags.
Oh my God, yes!
That's totally not true, but anyways.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
Well, we're just glad you're all here and having a good time with us. So thanks for being here.
Good to be back.
I still have my passport.
I have to say, I've never been surrounded by so much Canada in one place. Jesus Christ.
No, their con is amazing. I love the
I'm actually planning on going to Vancouver next January, if I can.
I'm dragging my husband with me. I don't care. He can go over there and whatever. He's my little pony.
Yeah.
I don't even pay for him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm bringing my husband next con. I'm like, no, you're either partying or you're going around Canada. I don't care.
Yep. They went all out for Canada. It is 10:31 right now. I'm gonna call it a night, basically. I think I've had my fill for the day. Yeah, tomorrow is day number 3, the last day of the con. Yeah, and then tomorrow afternoon we're gonna explore. Taylor and I are gonna be exploring San Francisco pretty much. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna say goodnight, and that's it for day number 2 of BABSCon. Pretty much. Hello. Good night, everyone. Oh my God. No, it's just me.
I'm trying to figure out what this is about.
Yeah, they obviously have too much to drink.
I would seem so. I apologize.
Like, they're being very loud.